Hi, good morning. This is Karan and this is Seema Seth. We're here as part of the first blog entry into the Connect Creative blog. I'm here to talk to Seema about her new venture. It's not exactly new, it's been around for a little while. Seema and I work together, fortunately work together at Exit Design, which is now Connect Creative, as you know it. Yeah, we're going to talk to her about Footsy. So, good morning, Seema.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
Good.
So, tell us about Footsy. What is Footsy?
So Footsy is a purely online brand for playful socks.
Playful socks.
So it's just socks in every color possible.
Okay.
For men, women, kids.
Okay.
So as we like to say, it's socks for everyone.
Okay.
And yeah, this is what it is.
You seem very excited about it. So how did this idea come about? I mean, who came up with it?
So Footsy was born exactly a year after Studio Sky was set up.
Okay.
And that's when I realized that I was comfortable with Studio Sky as an entity and it was doing all right.
Okay.
But then I had the sudden itch to do something more.
Okay.
Being a really restless person, I constantly need like 5 different things to do. So,
okay. Which is not uncommon for designers, so.
Which is not uncommon for designers, exactly. So, I was cracking my brains as to what it is that I would really enjoy doing and things that would fulfill all the things that I wasn't getting out of Studio Sky.
Okay.
And one fine morning, literally, I said, hey, so I can do a product and it can be a really simple product to do.
Okay.
And it needs to be really, really cost effective.
Okay.
Because I can't go out looking for funding and all of that headache right now.
Hmm.
And the first thing that came to my mind was socks. And if I had to actually go back and connect the dots, I think it came from spending 5 years at Srishti, where I was surrounded by people who dressed in the most bizarre way.
Okay.
People would...
No offense to anyone.
People would really not make the effort to match their trousers to their tops or their left sock to their right sock.
Okay.
So if you didn't find a pair of matching socks, what the heck, you can wear a blue with the red.
Okay,
And I think since I was exposed to that culture and lived as a part of that culture, it must have kind of stayed with me through those 9-10 years after Srishti.
Okay.
And that's the first thing that I thought of and it really excited me.
Okay.
And interesting enough, the name Footsy pretty much came with the idea.
Okay.
I said socks and what a cool name, Footsy.
Alright, okay.
And I went about my normal day. In the evening I went for yoga, which I was doing at that point. And a friend of mine used to go for yoga with me, that's Pooja. So I said, hey, I thought of this thing in the morning. I just want to bounce off the idea. What do you think? And she started jumping up and down, saying, this is so cool, this is so exciting, can I be a part of it?
Okay.
So I was like, you can, but I haven't really thought about doing it as yet. I'm just like toying with the idea. She said, let's just begin. What's the problem?
Okay.
So sitting there, literally parked on the road outside our yoga class, we charted out a plan for the next 1 week. Saying, you talk to a manufacturer, figure out how much packaging will cost, and let's see how much this whole thing will work out to.
Okay.
And we went about it very, very spontaneously. There was no, hey, should we talk to an investor? Should we work out a business plan? There was none of that.
Okay.
We just went with our gut. And yeah, that's pretty much how Footsy was born. It was a very spontaneous start. And because we didn't question ourselves at any point, I think we've come this far.
So where are you now? Where is Footsy today?
Footsy has now been, it's been 9 months since we launched.
Okay.
It launched in February this year.
Okay.
But we actually started working on it in July 2011. So we spent a good 10 months behind the scenes just working out production, e-commerce website, registering the company. There was a lot of background effort that went into it.
Okay.
And we didn't want to launch till we were 100% happy.
Okay.
Yeah, so we launched 10 months later in February, and it's been about 9 months since we've been active and selling and have been around, and we've grown quite a bit in those 9 months as well.
And are those some of those products there on the table? Can you show some of those?
Yes. So, okay. This is actually This is the first set of products that we came up with. So I'll talk about our business model a little later, because these are products that are designed and manufactured by Footsy, so it's completely owned by us.
Okay.
And as you can see, we play a lot with color. Color is our prime focus.
Okay.
And we add in a few details here and there which are interesting and which you don't easily get in the market. So this is what we call a ruffle cuff sock. Okay. So it's got these ruffles around your ankle. And it looks really cool when you wear it. I can show you pictures later. Okay. This is dedicated to my Srishti babes. It's a pair of mismatched socks.
Okay.
So you have one green side and you have one red side, and it's held together by the black and white pattern. Okay. So it's intentionally mismatched. Okay. This was an experiment with an Indian technique. So we have tie and dye socks, which is literally hand dipped and dyed. Mm-hmm. So I can open it up. So these are a pair of tie and dye socks.
Wow. So did you spend a lot of time in just figuring out the packaging? What's that thing in the far corner? That large package?
So this is actually packaging version 2.0. We started with very basic paper bags, because that is the easiest thing to begin with. And we realized that a lot of stuff was getting misplaced and lost in couriers, because paper being very easy to tamper with. Yeah. So we did our research, and now we're working with these tamper-proof bags that even Flipkart uses.
Okay. Oh, very nice.
So yeah, these are completely tamper-proof. You can't open them. You have to cut it open. Okay. So it's completely courier safe and logistic friendly and all of that. Okay. And yeah, that's our packaging. So it's very simple. It's just a plain paper bag with stickers. And that's what everything goes out with now. So version 3.0 would be to customize these paper bags in our colors and everything.
Very nice. So I mean, how is typically when young entrepreneurs are starting out, especially designers, they have this question about the business side of things. So and there's some trepidation. Who's going to handle that? Who's going to do that? So how do you tackle that?
It's actually really simple. When you think about it, I mean, a designer pretty much has all the tools they need. And I would say they have an advantage because they can even handle the creative sides of the business.
But sorry to interrupt, but business isn't something that you learn in design schools. So how does that work?
Business is not something you learn in design school, but it's something you pretty much learn on a daily basis in your life, I would say. So for me, till 4 years back, I was petrified of numbers. I refused to make invoices. I hated accounting. I was terrible with my own personal finances.
Some of that sounds familiar.
But one fine day you wake up and say, it's really very simple if you want it to resolve that part of your life. So when you get down to it, there's really nothing that somebody needs to sort of guide you with. Like I said, you have all the tools you need. So when we started, I come from a design background, but Pooja is a design manager. She studied design management. So although she is familiar with design, that's not her forte. She is more of a business person. So it was natural and instinctive for me to say, you do business and I will do design and everything else. But of course, when it's your own business, you can't segregate it that much. You have to be involved in everything. So yeah, I suck it up and I said, I will do accounts and I will figure it out. So the initial days, I spent a lot of time with my CA. I figured out taxes, I figured out how to do inventory, how to do back filing on a monthly basis, how do you keep track of your year-end or closing stock. Wow. I know all this sounds really alien, but
you picked it up.
It's an Excel sheet. I mean, how difficult can that be? Okay. So if you spend a couple of hours just trying to understand, really wanting to figure it out, it's very simple. Okay. And of course, besides accounts, there's a lot more. I mean, you have to business development, right? So how do you find the people who are going to buy your products? That's not a designer's job, but it is. It's pretty much the same as saying, how do you find the clients who are going to give you your design projects? So you find out innovative, interesting ways to market yourself. I mean, Facebook is right there. That's our target audience. Our entire target audience is on Facebook. So are we. So I mean, why are we so afraid of just putting ourselves out there and learning things?
Nice. So now looking ahead, what what can we look forward to from Footsy in the coming year?
So what we have started doing in the last, I would say 2 to 3 months is we realized that, we are completely self-funded, so there is only so much we can do within our own means. So we have explored with the things that we really wanted to try out, but there are some international brands that I personally pretty much worship. Even there's Happy Socks in Sweden, who have been like my all-time favorite. There are really cool brands in the US who do stuff that you have never seen in India before. So we said, we thought about it. I said, there's one way to look at them as competitors. There's a healthier way to look at them as collaborators.
Okay.
I don't want competitors. It's just, it's too much stress.
Okay.
I can't compete with the Happy Socks out there in Sweden, which the world is aware of.
Yeah.
But I can partner with them.
Okay.
And so let's talk to them. I don't know where this is going to go. Let's talk to them and see how they respond.
Okay.
So we spent an hour. We sent emails to all these brands saying, hey, we're Footsy, we're in India, this is what we do. We love what you do. Can we find a way to work together? Okay. And it was incredible. In the next 24 hours, we got responses from all of them saying, you're doing exactly what we're doing, but you're in another country. So why don't we collaborate and why don't you become our Indian partners? So we'll send you our products and you retail them for us in India. So you become our face in India pretty much.
Wow.
So that's when we said, let's open up Footsy into, besides just being our own brand, we also retail other brands and we retail them exclusively in India. So nobody else gets to do that in this country.
Very nice.
So right now we're exclusive to Soccerholic in Spain, which do some fabulous knee length socks, which again, it's very hard to find knee length socks in India. So we get their stuff on a regular basis. We're exclusive to a Singaporean brand called Frisky Box, which also just launched about 6 months back. They're doing some really interesting work. So we've introduced them here, and we just partnered with Socket to Me, which is a really cool brand from Portland in the US. So yeah, we get regular products from them, and we worked out a deal. So yeah, we're the only ones who sell their stuff in India right now. Happy Socks, unfortunately, already had a dealer in India, so things are much easier. So we're not exclusive to them, but we also sell their stuff.
So all this stuff is online on the site now?
Anything is online.
Fantastic.
Soccerholic is sold out. It's sold out by that, but we're getting fresh stock in the next 2 weeks. So yeah, it'll be back.
Okay, so any famous last words? The world is supposedly going to end today anyway, so.
That's true, but last words really, from my experience of the last year with Footsy, it's just go with the flow. Be spontaneous. Go ahead with what you believe in. It's really not that difficult.
Okay, thank you, Seema Seth. Congratulations to you. Wish you a very prosperous 2013. And thank you, listener and viewer. Look forward to more interesting interviews, minus street noise, in the coming weeks. Cheers, bye bye.